Welcome back to Memoir 44. We're doing the breakthrough scenario, the first one in the breakthrough expansion, and it is called the counterattack of the BEF, the British Expeditionary Force. All right, we are up first, the British. We got our French troops up here. We got some tanks on the move. We got the dreaded 88 guns from the Germans parked out in the forest there, which we're kind of trying to stay away from because they would just chew us to shreds, especially our armored units. I think the first thing we're going to play, have a bit of a cunning plan here, is we're going to be playing Infantry Assault. Issue an order to all infantry units in one section. Units may move up to 2 hexes and still battle, or move 3 but not battle. Terrain movement and battle restrictions still apply if you don't command the infantry, given order to 1 troop. So we are going to be ordering all infantry units in one section, and that would be this section right here. Now we only have 3, and you're probably thinking, well, we've got 5 over here, but I have a bit of a plan here for these guys. So we're going to have these infantry in the town, well, of course, all of them, these ones, and these ones. All right, let's get down to the board, and we're going to have them moving. And this might be a suicide rush, but we are going to try. We're going to take these guys. Now, they can move 2. They're going to move 2. And they can still attack, and that's why I wanted to play that card. So there we go. We have our infantry in position to attack, and what's nice is this armored unit has nowhere to retreat to now. And so we're going to take these guys, and they're going to move 2 up onto the railroad tracks right here, and they will be able to attack because you don't have to stop after 2 on the railroad tracks. They get to attack. And we have 1 other troop to move yet. All right, and we have 1 more right here. These guys can also move too, so they're going to move up into here. And they will be able to attack. So as you can see, I think we're making the attempt to get rid of that this armored unit. And with that in mind, we are going to start with our units back here attacking the German armor, because they have nowhere to retreat. So flags, grenades, flags, and tanks are going to be hits on these guys. All right, let's get back down a little bit, get the dice tray out, and start rolling up these attacks. All right, we're going to start with these guys here. Now, they got 3 dice, 2 dice, 1. They're only rolling 1 die against the tanks. However, they are going to be hitting on flags, grenades, and tanks. So let's see if we can do anything, and we get a tank. So we actually... Our infantry there managed to destroy 1 of those tanks. These guys are also going to attack now. 3 dice, 2 dice. So they're rolling 2 dice against the tanks. Come on, we really want to take them out. And we get a grenade and a star. So it's just 1 gone. And now we have a final unit here, which I almost want to attack the mobile artillery. But we have 1 sitting here, so I think we're going to attack these guys with 3 dice, although we could attack the mobile artillery with 3. No, we're going to attack the Panzer with 3. But before we do that, of course, the German player is going to be playing Ambush. After an opponent declares a close assault, but before he rolls battle dice, play this card. Roll your battle dice first. If opponent's unit wasn't eliminated or forced to retreat, it may then attack normally. At the end of your turn, draw your command card first. So the Germans get to draw a command card first. They actually get to attack us with 3 dice. So this armor was getting hammered from long distance, but now they are ambushing us with 3 dice versus our infantry. Ooh. And they get 1 grenade and 1 gun symbol, so taking out 2. But we have the stiff upper lip. So let's check that out, because that comes into effect right now as British troops. A BFC ground unit that survives an enemy's close assault combat without retreating, which is the 1 unit right here, and is down to a single finger, may immediately battle the enemy back with 1 die. The battle back ignores all terrain battle dice reductions. A battle back occurs even at close assault in an over-arm run. This unit cannot battle back during an ambush. Well, that's good to know. Good thing I read through that. So they can't battle back with an ambush, but they survive, so now they can attack. And they're going to use 3 dice to attack the armor unit. And let's see, wow, they're whittled right down. Let's see if we can take them out. Come on! Let's take them out. And oh yes, we get retreat. I was going to say no, it's not going to work, but they can't retreat, and we get 2 retreats. We have now got our 4th medal. We have eliminated another armored unit from the Germans. That's awesome. Cleared the way a little bit. These guys, I don't like this. Oh, this is bad. But anyway, the Germans will then get the first card because they did the ambush, and we get another card, which is going to be Recon 1. Order unit in the center and 2 on the move. Alright, over we go to the German player. Alright, the Germans are going to be playing Probe. 2 on their right flank, which would be here, and 2 units on the move. That's what they're playing. So the 2 units that they're going to activate right here are going to be their infantry. And what a surprise, their mobile artillery. Alright, and they also have 2 on the move. So let's figure out which 2 are going to be on the move. Alright, the 2 units that the Germans are going to be doing on the move, they're going to move up their infantry and this armored unit. Alright, so let's just get them moving. Of course, they can't attack, so these guys are going to move 2 to here. Yes, they're going to move 2 spaces here. Okay. And that's the end of their movement. And the armored unit's going to go 1, 2, 3 right here. So, and of course they can't attack because they're just on the move. Alright, that's the on the move German units. Now let's go back down here and see if the infantry or the mobile artillery want to move. Alright, so the infantry is not going to move. They're just going to be straight up attacking. There's a shocker. The mobile artillery, are they going to move it? Are they going to move the mobile artillery? I think they are going to leave it there and they're just going to attack from there. Alright, with that in mind, let's have the 2 attacks happen then. We're going to start off with the German infantry. They will be attacking the lone British unit right there. Alright, let's get out the dice tray and get it here. 3 dice. Now these guys are anti-tank, but they attack just like regular infantry. No special bonuses against infantry, but they do hit on star symbols versus armor. But they're not attacking armor, they're just attacking the 1 infantry, so let's see what they get. And boom! They have destroyed this British unit with just the 1 grenade, but that's all they needed. These guys are gone. That's the 4th medal for these guys now. I believe that's right, isn't it? Oh no, that's the 3rd. What am I talking about? It's the 3rd medal for them. Yeah, no, 4th. It's the 4th because they have the church. That's what I'm thinking. So they've got taken out 3 units. They do now have the church taken over. These guys can take ground, and I do believe they are going to. They're going to move right here after defeating the British unit. Now the mobile artillery is going to shoot at the guys on the railroad tracks right there. These guys have no cover. That's going to be 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice. So the mobile artillery is going to be rolling 2 dice against the British. Let's see what they get there. And they get 1 hit, and the British have to retreat 1 space back. And of course we can barely see that, so so they were attacking right here, but they have to retreat 1. Alright, where are we going? We can either go here or here. You know, I think we're going to retreat back to this space. So they pushed us off the tracks. And that is going to be the end of the German turn. Back we go to us, the British and the French. Alright, it's the British-French turn, and we are going to be playing attack. We're going to be doing 3 on the right, which is over there where the French are, French units, and 1 on the move. And it's a attack 3, so we get to activate 3 on the right, 1 on the move. So let's figure out what we're doing. Alright, our first on the move is going to be the artillery sitting right here. That's all good. And now let's go over to the right flank. We get to activate 3. All right, the 3 units we're going to activate over here, we're going to get our infantry moving. We're going to activate these guys. We're going to activate, so the both French infantry, and yes, we are going to activate the artillery right here. All right, it's time for movement. So I guess we're up here. We may as well do this. These guys are not moving. They are going to fire. The French infantry, though, are going to hustle. They're going to move 2 to here. And they will not, of course, be able to attack because they've moved 2. These guys are also going to move 2, and they're going to take back the town here where the other French troops just left. So there we go. And of course they've got no one to attack because they moved twice. We only have 1 attack going on. That's going to be our artillery. We're once again shelling the German 88 gun position. Got to try and crack that. We'll see if we can. And of course I have to do long distance here because these guys, so it's 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, 1 dice, 1 die. So we're just attacking the entrenched 88s with 1 die. We're looking for a grenade. It's the only thing that's going to take them out. And we get a flag, and they don't have to retreat. I don't believe in the forest, or do they have to retreat? Forest units moving in must stop and may move no further on that turn. Unit moving in cannot battle. Block line of sight. I believe they're going to have to retreat. I'm going to double check on the 88 guns though, because let's take a look at that. Just to be sure. So let's take a look at the anti-tank guns. Treat as artillery for all purposes. Move 0 to 1 or battle. Stars hit on armor and vehicle. Ignore terrain battle restrictions. Yeah, they have to retreat. So we push the 88s back. So at least that's something. Alright, so the German 88 guns, they have to reposition. They're going to be repositioning themselves back here. Out of the forest, and there they are. So they have a range of 4, so and they roll 2 dice, 2, 2, 2, 2. So we push them back. All right, that's good. And we grab another card, and we get a recon 1. Okay, wow, we're getting all the recon 1s. The Germans can use a recon 1 as an airstrike, but they haven't had one yet apparently because they haven't done it. All right, up for the last part of our episode today, the Germans going once again. But of course, just before the Germans go, I had these guys on the move, and that's why I used the beads and such. We're going to move our artillery up 1 space there. All right, now it is the Germans' final turn for our episode. All right, the Germans are going to be playing probe. 2 on this flank, the right flank, and 2 on the move. Oh dear. All right, 2 on the right flank, 2 on the move. Let's get figuring out which units they're moving. Alright, the 2 units that they're going to activate here on this side, they're going to activate their mobile artillery, and they will activate this 1 infantry unit. Now they also have 2 units that they can do on the move. And one of the units on the move is going to be their 88 guns again, and then they are going to then they're going to do these infantry right here. All right, let's get moving. Well, the 88 guns are going back in the forest. They got pushed out of there by our German artillery, but now they're back. Of course, they're just on the move, and they have some German infantry now on the move. And they got some German infantry on the move, and these guys are going to go just laterally straight across to here, moving 2, and of course they can't do anything else. They're just on the move. I like the on the move in this. Okay, we have 2 units down on here that the Germans are activating now. And the 2 units they're activating are the infantry with the anti-tank. These guys are going to go 1, 2. They're moving into the town. Of course, they won't be able to attack because they've moved 2. These guys can only move or attack anyway, because they're carrying the heavy anti-tank weapons. So they go into the town, and as I knock the tiles around here, and the mobile artillery can move 1 and attack. So they're actually going to pop themselves into the cemetery, hide out in the cemetery, and they're able to attack. Now they don't need line of sight because they're artillery. It looks like we only have 1 attack for the Germans. And they're going to be attacking 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice. They're going to attack the 2 infantry right here. Now they could attack the 1 Matilda tank, 3 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, 1. They could attack the single Matilda tank for 1 die. But they're going to attack the infantry for 2 dice instead with their mobile artillery. Alright, you can see that there. 2 dice against our British troops. And they get 1 hit. And we have to retreat back 1 space. We have 2 options. We'll retreat back here. Alright. And then the Germans get, of course, 1 more card for their hand. So they have a hand of 5 cards. We, as the British French, have a hand of 6. And that's going to end us off. We're going to back camera out and wrap it up for today. Alright, well that's going to wrap us up for today. It's a long, protracted battle. They've got their anti-tank guns up just past the railroad tracks. We still have a lot of units, though. They have not used any air power yet. Oh boy, I'm still a little nervous about that. This mobile artillery has been the bane of the British and the French so far. The 88 guns haven't done anything, but we haven't got close to them. We're going to have to maybe take all of our troops here and start doing a push. They've moved their armor up. We've destroyed 2 of their armor units, 2 of their infantry. They've taken out 3 of our infantry. They have 1 of our Matilda tanks down to just 1, and they have 1 of our infantry down to 2. The rest of our troops are in pretty good shape. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes, memberships, dislikes, everything. It really does help out my channel. I really appreciate it. This is Memoir 44. We're playing with the breakthrough board, which is this huge 13 by 17 hex board. And we're using the breakthrough card deck, which comes in the Winter Wars, not the breakthrough expansion. So the breakthrough expansion comes with the boards. Winter Wars comes with the breakthrough cards. I like the breakthrough cards because the on the move makes things on these huge maps flow a little bit more quickly. So thanks so much. Hope you join me tomorrow for the continuation, Memoir 44. We're doing the first breakthrough scenario, which is a counterattack of the British Expeditionary Force. Alright, I hope you join me tomorrow for that.